Today's lesson we are going to be focusing on sharing equally. This follows the previous lessons of making equal groups, adding equal groups, making arrays, but this is now the first step to dividing. Now I must emphasize that today's lesson is not about writing or using the written method for dividing. It's using lots and lots of practical examples. So we have here 8 apples and 2 plates, and we want to share the apples equally between the 2 plates. So 1 apple goes there, on 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 there. So we have here 4 apples on that plate and 4 apples on that plate. At this stage, the children do not need to see 8 divide 2 equals 4. They do not need to see this, not yet. We're merely teaching them the concept of sharing between 2 things. Here we have another example, a more practical example. Now we're using oranges rather than apples. So exactly the same before, we're sharing the oranges out between our 2 plates. So 1 orange there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. So we started with 8 oranges, and as you can see we have 4 oranges on each plate. Remember, you can use anything in the house, any toys, fruit, vegetables, any objects in the house to demonstrate or to show sharing. Using our oranges again, we're going to now share between 3 groups. So we still have 8 oranges, sharing 2, 2, 2, and we have 2 left over. Now this is really good to show the children that we want to try and share the oranges out equally, and we have 2 remainder, or 2 extra. So we've got 2 in each of the groups, and we also have 2 extra. Because if you put them in the groups, into the group, it's not fair, and we're trying to demonstrate to show equal groups. Our final example is, again, sharing oranges between 2 plates. So we have 5 oranges. We want to share them equally between 2 plates, but we have an extra one left over, or a remainder. So we could write this as we have 2 in that group and 2 in that group, and we have a remainder of 1. We've got a remainder of 1, which is this orange just here. So just to recap, the idea of this lesson is for children to understand the concept of sharing. It is not about writing the written method. Also, it is for children to understand what happens if there is an unequal group. What is that called when you have shared out all of the objects and there's an extra or 2 extra? What is that called?